looked at the amendment. You know, of course, we just heard about it today, so we were doing some quick figuring on the amendment to see what this might do to the funds available. First of all, just let me say that even with the TIF, the full 100% of the TIF, we were only going to recognize 0.6% after 15 years as a developer. That is not much at all. So after 15 years, we're just then starting to realize a return on investment. We're doing this because it is a historical building downtown, and as a developer, you only have 3 options, and that's redevelop the building, let it sit there and deteriorate, or knock it down and make a parking lot. We want to redevelop it and revitalize it, but it has to make sense. And I know that it seems to be pennies here, but from the developer's standpoint, it's almost $100,000 over the 15 years, which is 20% of the whole TIF that we would be receiving. So we would like to ask that you give us consideration for the full amount of the TIF, because that's the only way this project makes sense. And we have a company wanting to get into the building, and we would like to go forward with this and revitalize this building, but we need your help to do it.
Yes, I do have a question. The value of the building right now is roughly, what, $140,000?
Yes, sir.
What will be when the project is completed, what will be the value roughly? I think it's in the TIF, and I want to say around 1.4 million.
The proposed assessed value in the TIF is around 1.2 million, and we'll be having to put a lot more into it to get it back into working order.
Okay, Mr. Williams, I believe you're on the amendment. You're up. You don't have to push a button. I've got you. No?
I guess the part I don't understand, if I understand this right, it's $43,000, $44,000 between Sullivan County and Bristol over a 15-year period. Is that correct? That's $3,000 a year.
I don't know.
I'd like to take it up on here or something. I thought that green light's supposed to come on.
You're good. I was just looking at the cloud. But I believe your question to Tracie was it $40,000 over 15 years? Actually, it's 15 times that.
You know, they'll leave it red line over it.
You're right. But go ahead, Eddie. You asked a question. I think Mike was.
It's my understanding in a project such as this, that's going to $2 million from 118,000. And if we do this TIF as the original resolution asks, we're talking about $3,000 a year. Is that right? That's what's in the resolution. Now, I don't understand if $3,000 a year is going to cause a project going to $2 million not to go forward. I would question whether it ought to be done or not, and it's not my property, and I don't have the right to do that. But if I put myself in that situation, I'd trade around a little bit on a lot lesser things, I guess, maybe more. But anyway, I can't get that in my mind why we should supplement to that degree. The paperwork that we have to do costs us more than that.
A question answered you. Would you like to?
Eddie, I think you're wrong about $3,000 a year. The way the amendment was, and I've tried to figure it up, and Tracie went outside and tried to figure it up. The county's part on this TIF is $24,716.92. Based on the amendment, that part would reduce by $1,235.80 for the first year. The second year, it would be reduced down about a little over $2,000. But when you you figure that up over a 15-year, it does come right at about $100,000. That's that we'd be giving up to them or to help them. But I think we need to look at the $100,000 over 15 years is not very much money. The biggest thing is the aesthetics of the building and putting this business downtown and hiring these employees to open this business up. I think the return on these employees going to work and the type of business going to go in there is going to well overweigh $100,000 in a 15-year period. I think it's a good investment for the county. I understand their commitment because real estate will only bring so much per month for them to replenish their initial investment. So I think the amendment would kill the deal.